My friends, I am so excited. This is the first video in a new series we are doing of my skincare routine. I recently showed you all my favorite products and a lot of people asked, how do you use them in a routine? And this is gonna be video 1 in that series. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make 2 videos, one for AM and PM, that shows you just the must-haves. None of the frills, none of the fluff, just what I would take to a deserted island, though I don't know how I would have the ability to plan that out. Stop overthinking. And then I will have 2 videos showing longer routines, all of the fun stuff that I, as a skincare and makeup enthusiast, enjoy. I love that I say as a makeup enthusiast, and yet more recently I have been wearing less makeup than I have in easily 20 years, easily. But that's the kind of look we'll do for the quick AM routine. Today's video is indeed the quick PM routine. I am so bad about filming my PM skincare routines. I'm more of a morning person, but I'm doing it today, so apologies in advance if I do look tired. You all know the drill. Timestamps and links are in the description box below, and my skin type is dry, acne prone, and a bit sensitive. Let's go ahead and get right into this video. We are gonna do a quick cleanse today. For our easy peasy skincare routine, friends, I'm gonna keep cleansing so easy and yet effective. I'm actually gonna start with something that I did not think I would fall in love with. Funny enough, this was, no joke, a Christmas gift from my partner. I have told her not to buy me any beauty-related products, but she said she saw something that she thought I would love, and I just didn't know it, so she had to buy it for me. And it was this Hello Kitty and Friends makeup eraser kit, a 7-day set of these little cloths, where the idea is you add water to them. It doesn't hold on to a lot of water because of the kind of material it is, but then supposedly you're able to remove all of your makeup. And this actually works, at least with light makeup. And what I really love about this is so good for removing tubing mascaras that are a little bit more grippy. The old idea of tubing mascaras, we just talked about this week, didn't we? The old tubing mascaras, you would add water to your hands and then you would slowly remove these little flakes. The new tubing mascaras, the kind that is actually volumizing, I feel like you need a little bit more something to remove them. And it turns out for me, these cloths are the perfect extra something. And ever since we tried the new Merit mascara, I've been trying to decide if I like it more than my old favorite, the Buxom lash extension. I don't think so is the answer, which I'm happy about because I am pretty sure Ulta is gonna come through and they're gonna give me some kind of 50% off my holy grail, this one, the Buxom. That might not end up being your favorite. I do think that mascara is an incredibly personal category, but I do want to say, if it's been a while since you've tried tubing mascara, do know that this new formula exists. I would say the new Merit, the Clean Volume, and the Dibs mascara are both in that new category. And I'm telling you, even if you didn't like the old school tubing mascaras, I think you could like this version. I can't wait till it comes to the drugstore. The drugstore only has the old tubing mascaras that are just a lot more thin. They don't give you a lot of volume, but they do give you a dark look to your lashes. It's just not a lot of volume. Oh my gosh, I'm going off a lot for a quick routine. So tubing mascara, sunscreen, removed with this system. I'm now gonna grab one of these Sephora organic cotton pads. I just think these are too big, so I always cut them in half. Come on, come on. Using a full cotton pad in this economy. And then this cleansing water, I wish I could tell you more about it. It's from Key Animator. I bought this from Yesstyle before Trump was reelected. It's cleansing water, which is something you typically see in a lot of K-beauty, J-beauty type of products. It's basically just a micellar water. And I do like to go back over my skin after using the makeup remover. I don't know if you necessarily need to, but I feel like I need to. So I can look at this and go, oh, for sure I've gotten everything off. And then you saw this one in my absolute favorites, the Panoxyl Acne Creamy Wash. I use the 4% benzoyl peroxide version as opposed to the stronger 10% version. I talk a lot about this cleanser as a person with acne. This is the best thing for me to help fight my acne. And as you see, I'm applying this onto dry skin, not damp. I had a lot of questions about that. Remember that moist skin absorbs products more quickly, not necessarily better. So it doesn't necessarily matter if you're applying this to dry skin or to damp skin. But if you are noticing extra sensitivity to benzoyl peroxide, you might want to try applying it to dry skin. Then I add some water. It would be nice if this Band-Aid was not abrasive against my skin at the moment. If you're just stumbling upon this channel, I'm a bit injury prone. I don't know why. I seem to always have some kind of minor, knock on wood, injury. I'm gonna quickly rinse and then I'll tell you a little more about this when I come back. Rest assured, I will be back with more to say. I'm back. So again, I don't really enjoy anything about this cleanser. It's not a unique cleanser. It's just a basic cream cleanser with benzoyl peroxide that, again, if I leave it on my skin too long, it will start to irritate my skin. And so for the longest time, I was really resistant to benzoyl peroxide as a whole. But I discovered I actually can use it in this cleansing format wherein I'm getting short contact therapy. I am getting benefits from that benzoyl peroxide, but then I'm washing it off, so it's not too much for my skin. And lo and behold, benzoyl peroxide, one of the most tried and true acne fighting ingredients, really has proven itself to me over the years. So even though I don't like this product, I really just treat it almost more of like a medication. At this point, I would say I use it probably 5 times a week. It used to be more of an every other day thing, but I really do find the more often I use this, what do you know, the better this acne treatment actually treats my acne. I'm about to do what is arguably the most optional in this routine, but as somebody who has a lot of devices, I've just got to show you how I use my Current Body red light therapy mask. This is the series 2. Actually, wait, before I put this on, we'll have a chat first because it might be a little hard for you to take me seriously once I have the mask on. I am a Current Body partner. They kindly sent me the Series 2 mask. At this point, how many years ago was that? It was when it first came out. It's been by far my favorite LED mask that I have ever owned. I have looked at some of the options. You know, I actually get a lot of offers from other red light companies, but I decline them because I just do not think they are better than Current Body. I think Current Body has the best red light therapy treatment on the market. Theirs is the one that matches the scientific literature. Theirs is the one that provides the specs so you can actually know what it is that you are using. So I'm applying this immediately after cleansing. Quick side note, I used to worry too much here. I think I used to worry that I needed to apply some kind of toner or I couldn't use an active containing cleanser because, you know, it's recommended not to use actives before your red light therapy. I have let go of a lot of that and just realized just wash your face and do the red light therapy. Just gonna strap this on, turn it on, and I will be back in 10 minutes. Done with that, now we can do the rest of the routine. You know what I was thinking? One of my favorite parts of the right device for you is that you don't have to replace anything for a while, at least, you know, until the newer tech comes out. But Series 2 has been holding for a while. But this is going to be our next product, right? I showed you this. You see how much I've used of this. You don't have to keep buying stuff. And yet, at least for me, I see clearer skin. I see more radiant skin, better wound healing, the list of benefits from LED. Since I'm storing this upside down, you probably know I am almost out of my Regelica Immunity Support Essence, one of my favorite products of all time. Yes, this product does include DNA repair enzymes, as well as gentle forms of vitamin C, humectants. It's just a really well-rounded essence for hydration, barrier support, anti-aging. All right, I think I'm gonna call this bottle. I will have to break into another. I really do appreciate that Regelica has sent me several of these to use. I very much appreciate that. Eye cream is absolutely optional, but I am going to be using one that is shockingly affordable, a bit of a basic eye cream. This is the one from Mary & May, their tranexamic acid and glutathione eye cream. I think it is an incredible price point for a fluid ounce of eye cream. We are going to skip serum in this video. Remember, serum technically is optional. I think a lot of people do forget that, but behind the scenes, I am going to continue our PDRN comparison, so I'm just going to go off screen for a minute. Rest assured, the split face comparison of these two is coming up soon. Wow, I feel like I came back shinier than ever. It's probably because my setup just fell over and it's nearly impossible to align things the exact way they were before. That's the biggest reason I dislike before and after photos, by the way, because I know firsthand that if the tiniest change is made to your setup, you can never have it look the same. You can never record your voice sounding the same as you did before. One more step before I get to my retinoid, I am going to apply the Peace Out Acne Healing Dots. This is what I got from the 4 boxes of sets that I bought. Why buy one when you can buy 4? That's not usually how I am. That's just how convinced I am by the Peace Out brand. Yeah, I was kind of bummed to see I have quite the pimple going on here, but these patches are so effective that he'll be gone in a few days. Friends, I tried all the acne patches, and Peace Out, it just works the best. It's an expensive brand, but they go 50% off on 21 Days of Beauty deals. I've seen Sephora deals on the brand, and this set, which is still available, but full price again. This whole set went 50% off for a while. I assume it will again. Now to do another one of the most critical steps in my skincare routine, we're about to do my Retinoid Sandwich. Now you all might know, I use adapalene. This is just a generic adapalene. Adapalene is the retinoid that was previously available by prescription only, but here in the US, it is now over the counter. I hear so is the combination with benzoyl peroxide. Super exciting. But I do a sandwich. I'm gonna do a lightweight moisturizer on my face first, let it dry. And today I'm using the Astura 8O Barrier 365 Hydro Soothing Cream. This one is a nice lightweight moisturizer for sure. Let's do the adapalene sandwich. Now what I do is I pump out a pea-size amount. There does seem to be a lot of debate as far as what comprises a pea-size amount. And this is how I spread it all over my face. Then I just kind of massage it in because it's difficult to spread that tiny little pea size. I move it to every finger first and then just tap all over. I think I did successfully fix the lights a little over here. I think that looks a little more realistic. Second part of the adapalene sandwich or the retinoid sandwich is a heavier moisturizer to lock it in. I'm gonna use the Alpen Barrier Repair Cream tonight, so this is gonna make this video forever stuck in early July over here. But there's a buy one get one sale going on the Sephora website. No, I shouldn't say buy one get one. It's actually 50% off when you buy 2, which is way better than buy one get one. Because with buy one get one, you have to kind of try to find 2 items that are close in price, or you know, buy something that's $20, buy something that's $10, and you only get off $5. But with this being buy 2 get 50% off, it is 50% off as long as you have an even number of items in your cart. And it is for minis, so I'm currently contemplating if I want to buy another of these. I actually like it a lot. It's funny because I don't think it's the best texture I've ever seen, and that's odd for me to say about Alpen Beauty. I used to say all the time what I loved so much about Alpen was that I felt they had incredible textures. But with this product, I feel like it's a little more of an incredible results, an incredible formula, and not necessarily the best texture that I've ever encountered. Not bad, I just like to use it more as a night cream. And because this was a very fragrance-free routine, let's go ahead and spray some body mist onto my clothes. This was gifted. I have been loving the new Pacifica mist. This one is Solar Flower. I thought I would like this the least. Do you know? I am loving this. It feels like modern florals, which actually means I like every single scent in that collection. It's such a phenomenal collection. If you aren't sure where to start, the vanilla, strawberry, or cocoa are exactly what you think they are. The Solar Flower is the only one that's a little harder to describe. I like how incredibly obvious all of what I just said was. And my friends, that's gonna do it for our quick PM routine. I hope this was quick. We definitely ran into some issues in this video, but I hope it was still helpful. I hope it helps to see how I use my anti-acne PM products, as well as how I incorporate my red light therapy, as well as how I cleanse. Again, I'll have everything linked below, as well as any discount codes that I have. That's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, let me know your thoughts on anything we talked about today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time.